Trading View community. It's Joseph here from Eightcap, and today we are looking at Palladium. So I had a look at Palladium this morning, and Platinum is also another one where we did see a bit of a pullback with gold and silver yesterday after the dollar sort of regained some composure and some strength late into the New York session after the CPI data, which sort of came out flat but bad at the same time. So I'm sure you've seen it by now, but year on year, was expected to come out at 3.3 and it came out 3.2. So there was 0.2% above the last data of 3%. So it is an increase. It wasn't as much as expected, but it was an increase. We see the core and the CPI month on month came in as expected at 0.2%. So it was a bit mixed, and we did see the dollar fight back, and that really did put some pressure on gold and silver. But if we look at palladium and if we look at Platinum, we can see that they had really nice responses and very nice rallies, and we are seeing further buying today. And while we are, you can have a look at Platinum. There's also a bit of a double bottom going on, but it doesn't have the same bullish decisiveness as what we're seeing on Palladium at the moment. So that's why we're sort of focusing in on this one over Platinum. Now, it's not a market I trade regularly or really ever, but as they say, it really doesn't matter about the market. It really just matters about the situation in that market, and anything can be profitable if the setup and and everything sort of falls together. So if we have a look at Palladium, we can see a couple things going on here. Obviously, price remains in this long-term downtrend, and it's still below that long-term downtrend. We can see there the price has moved above the moving averages. We've got some really key support here, and just in this green box, but we do have still some resistance there. But if we look here, and especially at yesterday's bar, we can see a very strong move with plenty of volume backing it up. And we had a break above some short-term resistance here, and we had a breakout of a descending triangle, which can be seen as a reversal pattern at the end of a downtrend. We have seen a pattern here that was also broken out of that then failed, and we had a resumption of the downtrend. But we do have a pretty nice looking descending triangle here. Sometimes it's better to see a wedge, but these can be quite good, and we can see a fair bit of volume going on around here. And with that selling volume, we can see that it just failed to break support, and we can see a lot of tails here feeding in. So we can see a lot of support in this area. And now really what we'd like to see is buyers just continue to take the next step to prove to us that this is a breakout and something in the market is changing. Obviously, the dollar is going to have some sort of factor into this. Even though we have seen this move against the dollar with commodities trading against the dollar, obviously the dollar does have some impact as well. So looking at the price pattern itself though, with this breakout, what we'd like to see now is a test and break of this resistance. If we do see a break of that resistance, we'd like to see a break of this long-term downtrend. If we get a break of that, we have a pullback and a higher low, and then another move and a higher high. We'll then be looking to see if price can get back up to and test this resistance here. And if we see a break of that level, then things do start to look like they're starting to change on the short to medium term, and maybe we do have potentially a change in trend. But early days at the moment, price is still range bound. We do have a break of this pattern here, but now we need to the next step is a break out of the range, and then a break of that long-term downtrend, and then we'll see how we go from there. So definitely have a look at Platinum as well. There's a bit of a double bottom, but in terms of price and in terms of pattern, I did like Palladium a little bit more. But if you have any comments, or if there's anything you'd like to add, please feel free to add them into the comments. Let me know what you think about this picture as well. Do you think it's just a range, or do you also agree with this breakout we're seeing of this descending triangle pattern as well? And also let me know what you think about the volume. Do you think that volume backs up this move for the short term? I do think it does, but we'll have to wait and see if buyers can take that next step. So that's it for today. We wish you all a fantastic weekend and great trading for the rest of the day, and thanks and bye for now.